Good morning and welcome to Buster's Fab Shop. This morning I'd like to do a walk around of a project that I'm building in the garage. It's a 1984 IROC Camaro Pro Street car. A friend of mine started this about 30 years ago. He got about halfway through it and life got in the way, as it does. So John sold it to me and I'm picking up the mantle. I was interested in this car for one reason, really, is because a friend of mine who's a chassis builder did a lot of preliminary work with the frame and cutting out the floor and making sure things are square. So I decided that's a good opportunity to get one of his chassis. He's an extremely busy guy, so chances of getting one of his cars built from scratch is pretty much slim to none. He's got about 4 or 5 guys ahead of me. So I decided, well, we're gonna take advantage and we're gonna work on this one. So the idea is a small block, high winding 8,500 RPM. We're gonna run a stick shift, which is, a lot of people tell me I'm out of my mind, but it's all about driving and having fun. So that's what we're gonna do. We're going to use one of the modern clutches. I've consulted with a couple guys that run stick shift cars and they're running real fast. Nick Coleman has an S10 pickup truck that I think he's well into the sixes now at like over 200 miles an hour. And he recommended that I talk to Black Magic. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to talk to Cole over at Black Magic about clutch choices and give him all the particulars, and he can design something for me and I can hopefully get out of the hole and not break parts. So as you can see, I'm tying the front frame in to the strut tower. And the reason I'm doing that is because it's going to be a street driven car going over chuck holes and dealing with railroad tracks. So I wanted the chassis to be nice and stiff. I put the engine plates in it. Right now I'm in the process of building headers. As you can see down here, you can see the sub plates. They call them stall plates. So that's adapting the Chevy bolt pattern to a bolt pattern that allows the 2 center tubes to come together. I'm going to be running 2-inch primary pipes on the headers. You can see I got a lot of things to avoid, like the starter and bottom of the mid plate. So it's going to be a tight squeeze. But I've got some fixtures and tricks that I'm going to show while I'm building the headers. We're pretty well tied in with the frame. I just wanted to make sure that everything was solid and was going to hold up, because the car is going to wheelie, and shock loads with a stick shift are pretty violent, similar to a trans brake. So hopefully the car will hold up well and keep me safe. That's the whole object of the exercise. I put the knee bar in there. Right now you can see I'm starting to work on the clutch pedal. The Z bar is in there and I got a pedal set in here, but I have a different one chosen that are a little bit longer, a little more leverage, a little more feel. I like to put the ball of my foot on the clutch pedal when I'm shifting. Just allows me more control, I feel. A lot of guys, you know, have their own particular way of doing things. Really looking forward to letting it fly and see how the car hooks. I'd like to get a 60-foot time, you know, right in the 1:25 would be ideal. You can see in the back half here, it's a narrowed 9-inch Ford braced, and then we put a quartermaster anti-roll bar in it to keep the car square coming out of the hole. Really works well. Probably gonna run a Penske 7500 adjustable shock. The reason why I'm gonna go with a Penske, they have a drag division. A lot of people equate them just with circle track cars and roundy rounders and, you know, road race cars, but they actually do have a very good support system for their drag stuff. And that's what it's all about when you start working with shock absorbers and, you know, picking spring rates and everything else. You got a good company that's stand behind what they do, Penske's been around a long time, so that's what I'm gonna run. I got strange struts in the front, strange brakes. It's just a pretty straightforward setup. We've been running a long shifter, a rail style. As you can see, the seating position is going to be quite a bit back from stock. So my back of my seat's going to be right up against that 4-link reinforcement of the rear frame rail. And that's to allow a taller driver. I have 2 people I want to be able to fit in this car. A good friend of mine, Mike, and my son, Aaron. They're both 6'2", 6'3", so got to keep their helmet off the roof, keep them comfortable. I'll have a adjustable seat. I'll be showing the mounts for that. So I'm really chomping at the bit to try to get this thing rolling. Hope you guys enjoy the content. It'll be coming straightforward here. I've got, like I say, the header kit is all laid out, and I have a good idea where I'm going to begin with that. So till next time.